10 largest nuclear power plants in the world. One. Shincori Nuclear Power Plant, South Korea. Capacity 4,748 megawatts. Located near Ulsan, South Korea. The Shincori Nuclear Power Plant has an installed actual capacity of 4,748 megawatts and a total capacity of 4,974 megawatts. It is the third largest nuclear power plant in South Korea and the 9th largest in the world, based on actual capacity. Owned and operated by Korea Hydro and Nuclear Power (KHNP). This nuclear plant is equipped with 4 PW units in operation, including 2 advanced power reactor 1400 APR 1400 reactors. 2 additional APR 1400 units were constructed at the corresponding site from April 2017 to September 2018. The first 2 units have an actual capacity of 996 megawatts each and were commissioned from 2010 to 2012, while the third and fourth units commenced operation in January 2016 and April 2019, respectively. Korea Hydro and Nuclear Power (KHNP) owns and operates the Shincori Nuclear Power Plant. The company applied for a construction license for 2 new reactor units, 5 and 6 Shincori 5 and Shincori 6, in Oljugun, Ulsan, in September 2012. The Nuclear Safety and Security Commission (NSSC) approved the application in January 2014. Construction for Shincori 5 began in April 2017, while Shincori 6 started in September 2018. These 2 reactors are projected to enter commercial operation in March 2021 and March 2022, respectively. Units 5 and 6 of Shincori will be equipped with the KEPCO's APR 1400, a 4,000 pressurized water reactor. The APR 1400 is a next-generation nuclear power plant with a design lifespan of 60 years. The reactor's standard design is built to withstand earthquakes up to the safe shutdown earthquake SSE level of 0.3 grams. 2. Cattenom Nuclear Power Plant, France. Capacity 5,200 megawatts. The Cattenom Nuclear Power Plant, with a total capacity of 5,448 megawatts, is situated in Cattenom, France. The power plant is owned and operated by EDF. The actual capacity of the plant is 5,200 megawatts, equivalent to the Piel NPP, the 7th largest nuclear power plant in the world. Cattenom Nuclear Power Plant comprises 4 PWs, rated at 1,362 MW each. Construction of the plant began in 1979, and commercial operations started in April 1987. The 4th reactor of the plant was connected to the power grid in 1991. The Cattenom nuclear facility uses water from the Moselle River. 3 condenser units of the plant were dismantled and reassembled in 2019, involving the replacement of a total of 64,200 tubes. The Cattenom nuclear power plant, established in 1979, is situated very close to the Luxembourg border. It presents several key safety issues. Numerous protests aimed at shutting down the nuclear reactor have been organized over the years. The French government and Luxembourg, along with environmental organizations like Greenpeace, have sought to oppose proposals to extend the lifespan of the power plant. The reactor is planned to be shut down in 2026. A provision originating from French law stating that the lifespan of a nuclear power plant should not exceed 40 years. The nuclear power plant poses an existing threat to the entire region, as a mishap could lead to a significant loss of life and its cultural and traditional heritage. 75% of Luxembourg's population resides within a 25 km radius from the reactor. 3. Piel Nuclear Power Plant, France. Capacity 5,320 megawatts. The Piel Nuclear Power Plant, situated 40 km from Dieppe, France, is currently the 7th largest MPP in the world based on actual capacity, spread over 160 hectares. Along the coastline of the English Channel, it uses water from the English Channel for cooling purposes. The plant is owned and operated by EDF, comprising 4 PWs with an installed total capacity of 5,528 megawatts, 1,382 megawatts each PWR, and an actual designed capacity of 5,200 megawatts, 1,300 megawatts each PWR. Construction of the nuclear power plant began in 1977. The first 2 units of the plant were connected to the grid in 1984. The third and fourth units commenced operation in 1985. Piel is France's second largest MPP after Gravelines. The Piel nuclear power plant includes 4 pressurized water reactors rated at 1,330 megawatts. The primary function of these reactors is executed by pumping water at extremely high pressure, where it is heated using the energy generated from atom splitting. This process is referred to as cooling. In terms of output, the Piel plant ranks as the 2nd largest electricity producer in France and the 7th largest globally. The plant's public electric grid generates 32 billion kilowatt-hours. The plant employs several innovative technical programs to enhance its operational quality. One example is the use of a helium leak detection system to identify condenser tube leaks, enabling the detection and rectification of extremely small leaks. Currently, 1,250 people work full-time at the plant, contributing to the French economy by generating employment and stability associated with working at the facility. 4. Gravelines Nuclear Power Plant, France. Capacity 5.406 megawatts. Nuclear energy accounts for about 3/4 of the total electricity production in France. The Western European country is currently operating 58 reactors across 20 sites, except for 1 reactor being constructed at Flamanville. The Gravelines nuclear power plant, with an actual installed capacity of 5,460 megawatts and a total capacity of 5,706 megawatts, is currently ranked as the 6th largest nuclear power plant in the world. The power plant is located in Gravelines in northern France and consists of 6 PWR units of similar capacity that were put into operation from 1980 to 1985. The nuclear power facility is owned and operated by the French electricity company Électricité de France EDF, setting a milestone in August 2010 by providing 1,000 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity, with a total installed nuclear power capacity of 63.1 gigawatts in 2018. France is the 2nd largest nuclear electricity producing country after the United States. In total, 58 nuclear reactors generate over 71% of the country's total electricity. Situated 48 kilometers from Dover on the French coast, between Calais and Dunkirk, the Gravelines nuclear power plant is the largest nuclear energy facility in France, owned and operated by the state-owned French electricity company, Électricité de France EDF. The Gravelines nuclear power plant comprises 6 910 megawatts pressurized water reactors. PWR put into operation from 1980 to 1985. Built on a 150-hectare site in northern France. The 6 reactor units supplied 1,000 watt-hours of electricity in 2010. 5. Yangjiang Nuclear Power Plant, China capacity, 5,430 megawatts. The Yangjiang Nuclear Power Plant, situated in Guangdong Province, China, has an installed total capacity of 5,430 megawatts with 1,086 megawatts PWO units, while the sixth reactor is expected to be operational in the latter half of 2019. Owned by the China General Nuclear Power Corporation, CGN, and operated by the Yangjiang Nuclear Power Company. The actual capacity of the power plant is 5,000 megawatts, making it the 8th largest nuclear power plant in the world. The first 3 units of the plant commenced operation in 2014, 2015, and 2016, while the 4th and 5th units were grid-connected in January 2017 and May 2018, respectively. The 6 gigawatts Yangjiang Nuclear Power Plant is the largest nuclear power project in China in terms of the approved unit quantities. The Yangjiang Nuclear Power Plant has replaced fossil energy with nuclear energy, leading to a reduction in coal consumption of 30.9 million tons and carbon dioxide emissions of 80.8 million tons. Yudian Guangdong and CLP Holdings hold the remaining shares. At 17% each, CGN Power, a subsidiary of CGN, manages the nuclear power plant as of November 2018. The 5 units of the Yangjiang MPP have transmitted over 100 terawatt-hours of electricity to the grid. The 6th unit of the plant is currently under construction and was completed in 2019. 6. Zaporizhzhia Nuclear Power Plant, Ukraine capacity, 5,700 megawatts. The Zaporizhzhia Nuclear Power Plant, with a 6 gigawatts capacity, located in Energodar, Ukraine, is the largest nuclear power plant in Europe. The Zaporizhzhia Nuclear Power Plant has an actual installed capacity of 5,700 megawatts and a total capacity of 6,000 megawatts. It is currently the largest nuclear power plant in Europe and the 5th largest in the world. The power plant is located in Energodar, Ukraine, and consists of 6 VVER 1000 per units that were in operation and connected to the grid from 1984 to 1995. The 6 gigawatts Zaporizhzhia Nuclear Power Plant, located in Energodar, Ukraine, is owned and operated by the state-owned nuclear energy production company NNEGC Energoatomov, Ukraine. Zaporizhzhia is one of 4 operational NPPs nationwide, generating up to 42 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity, accounting for about 40% of the total electricity generated by all Ukrainian NPPs, and 1/5 of Ukraine's annual electricity production. Operating since 1984, the plant has generated over 1.3 trillion kilowatt-hours kWh of electricity as of December 2021. Zaporizhzhia NPP comprises 6 water-cooled, water-moderated PWO units that were put into operation from 1984 to 1995, with a total power capacity of 1,000 megawatts per unit. Zaporizhzhia is situated on a 104.7 hectare site, near the Kakhovka Reservoir. The Ukrainian steppe region was chosen due to the existing infrastructure at the nearby Zaporizhzhia thermal power plant, unsuitable agricultural land, and distance from foreign territories. Each power unit of the plant consists of a VVE 1000V3-20 reactor, AK 1000 to 60, 1500 to steam turbine, an ATWW 1004 generator. The VVE 1000 reactors, designed by the Soviet Union, a PW was designed to operate for 30 years. In 2021, The fourth overhead 750 kV line from the NPP to the Kakhovka substation was put into operation, and the outdoor switchgear of the plant was expanded, reducing transmission constraints and allowing the Zaporizhia plant to produce an additional 17 million kWh of electricity per day. 7. Hanbit Nuclear Power Plant, South Korea. Capacity 5,899 megawatts. Hanbit Nuclear Power Plant, formerly known as Yongwang Nuclear Power Plant, is currently ranked as the fourth largest nuclear power plant globally, with an installed actual capacity of 5,899 megawatts and a total capacity of 6,164 megawatts. The power plant is operated by Korea Hydro and Nuclear Power KHMP, and includes 6 PWR units that were commissioned in 1986, 1986, 1994, 1995, 2001, and 2002. Unit 3, with a capacity of 1,000 megawatts, was put in an out-of-service mode due to cracks found in its control rod drive mechanism. In November 2012, this unit resumed operation in June 2013 after an 8-month repair. Hanbit Nuclear Plant is one of the largest nuclear power plants, and among the top 10 largest in the world, initially named Yongwang and renamed Hanbit in 2013. It boasts a 5.9 gigawatts capacity spread across 6 reactors. Additionally, KH&P's Honol reactors 1 and to have a capacity of 950 megawatts each. Construction commenced on June 4, 1981, and the first reactor started generating power on August 25, 1986. The construction of the last reactor began on November 20, 1997, and it commenced operations on December 24, 2002 to generate electricity. All Hanbit units are pressurized water reactors PWR. Units 1 and 2 are 3-loop units designed by Westinghouse, with major components coming from foreign companies, while auxiliary components and field construction were performed in Korea and China. Units 3 and 4 are 80-loop units in a 2-loop pressure tube system. CE. The main components and structures were handled domestically. Following a technology transfer agreement, Units 5 and 6 are based on the standard Ulchin nuclear power plant, now Honol, Korea's OP 1000. Unit 3 design. 8. Honol Nuclear Power Plant, South Korea. Capacity 5,908 megawatts. Ulchin Nuclear Power Plant, renamed Honol Nuclear Power Plant in 2013, stands as South Korea's largest nuclear power plant, situated in Gyeongsangbuk-do Province. This facility has an installed capacity of 6,157 megawatts developed into phases. The first phase consists of 6 units, namely Ulchin 126, operational since 2005. The second phase includes 2 units, Shin Honol 1 and 2, currently under construction. Honol 1 houses a 3-loop PWR. The first unit, with an actual capacity of 945 megawatts, had its construction begin in January 1983 and completed in September 1988. Honol 2 mirrors Honol 1, with construction starting in July 1983. It commenced operations in September 1989, hosting a 940 megawatts reactor. Honol 3, commissioned in August 1998, is a 2-loop PWR, the first Korean standard nuclear plant, KSNP, featuring a 994 megawatts reactor. Its key features include a safety relief pressure system, an improved mass and chemical control system, and a digital control system. Honol Nuclear Power Plant currently has an installed capacity of 6,189 megawatts and a net design capacity of 5,9 908 megawatts. Ranked as the third largest NPP in the world. Phase 1 of NPP Honol was completed in 2005, comprising 6 PWR units. As part of the second phase of the plant's development, 2 new reactors, Shin Honol 1 and Shin Honol 2, are being added. These new reactors will have an actual capacity of 1,350 megawatts each, increasing the plant's total actual capacity to 8,608 megawatts when completed by the end of 2019. The total capacity of the plant will rise to 8,989 megawatts upon Phase 2's completion. 9. Bruce Nuclear Power Plant, Canada capacity, 6,232 megawatts. Bruce Power Generating Station, BPGS, is the first privately owned nuclear power plant in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It is the largest nuclear power plant in North America, and second largest in the world, with the Kashiwazaki-Kariwa in Japan being the largest. Owned by Ontario Hydro, BPGS is situated on Lake Huron's shores, 250 kilometers northwest of Toronto. It was constructed in phases between 1970 and 1987 by Ontario Hydro. This station provides 20% of Ontario's electricity, enough to power hospitals, homes and schools, spanning 2,300 acres. The power plant includes degenerating stations, Bruce A and Bruce B. All reactors in Bruce A were temporarily shut down from 1995 to 1998 to focus on Ontario Hydro's other resources, while reactors in Bruce B remained in operation. The Bruce Nuclear Power Station in Bruce County, Ontario, Canada, is the second largest nuclear power plant globally. The 6,430 megawatts nuclear facility by Ontario Power Generation, OPG, and operated by Bruce Power, comprises 8 pressurized heavy water reactors, PHWR, with capacities ranging from 786 megawatts to 891 megawatts. The last reactor of Canada's NPP went into commercial operation in May 1987. Bruce 1 witnessed a prolonged shutdown in 1997 and resumed operations in September 2012. Bruce 2, which also underwent a prolonged shutdown in 1995, resumed operations in October 2012. The plant's peak capacity increased by an additional 22 megawatts to reach 6,430 megawatts, following the scheduled shutdown of Bruce 3 in July 2019. 10. Kashiwazaki-Kariwa Nuclear Power Plant, Japan. Capacity 8,212 megawatts. The Kashiwazaki-Kariwa plant, operated by Tokyo Electric Power Company TEPCO in Japan, stands as the world's largest nuclear power plant, with an actual capacity of 7,965 megawatts. Kashiwazaki-Kariwa hosts 7 boiling water reactors, BWR, with a total installed capacity of 8,212 megawatts. The first 5 units have a total capacity of 1,100 megawatts each, while the 6th and 7th units have a capacity of 1,356 megawatts. The power plant, consisting of 7 reactors, owned and operated by Tokyo Electric Power Company, TEPCO, supplies electricity to 16 million households, spanning 4.2 square kilometers. The plant is located in Kashiwazaki City in Niigata Prefecture and Kariwa Town, about 135 miles northwest of Tokyo, along Japan's coastline. Kashiwazaki-Kariwa is the 4th largest electricity generating plant in the world, following 3 hydroelectric power stations, Itaipu on the Brazil-Paraguay border, 3 Gorges in China, and Guri in Venezuela. The first unit of the Kashiwazaki-Kariwa plant began commercial operations in September 1985, while the last unit started operating commercially in July 1997, Like all nuclear plants in Japan, Kashiwazaki-Kariwa was built to rigorous seismic standards. However, the 2007 earthquake caused the plant to release radiation into the air and water. Nevertheless, operations at the plant were temporarily suspended in May 2012. Due to the Fukushima nuclear disaster, TEPCO has and is implementing measures at the plant to comply with new safety guidelines set by Japan's Nuclear Regulatory Agency. All reactor units at the plant were restarted in 2021.